Hello everyone. I'm now down in Krabi province. A couple days ago I stayed in Krabi town, and then yesterday I moved to a beach just a 35-minute drive away called Ao Nang Beach, and it's super touristy and resorty. I posted a couple of photos on Facebook yesterday, but it's really enjoyable. Hugely impacted by tourism here. Lots of people, mostly from Europe. Not a lot of Americans around here. But other than that, it's really been a joy. Lots of interesting bars, live music last night. So the thing to do here is to come out to the beaches and do trips out to the islands. So today I took what's called a longboat, and you can see some of these behind me right now, to a beach just a few minutes away. And the only reason why you can't walk to it is because of the rocks that separate Ao Nang Beach from the beach I'm on now. So the beach I'm on now is called Hat Railey. I'm not sure what hat means. It seemed like most of the beaches begin with the word hat, and so I'm guessing maybe that's the Thai word for beach. Anyway, I'm at Hat Railey West. There's a Hat Railey East that I'm about to walk to, but just want to share this with you. When you see the the tourist brochures and posters and videos of what you imagine Thailand to be, this is it. All these really cool like haystack type of rock formations with kind of like jungly trees on them, and beautiful turquoise ocean. Let me flip the camera around and show you what I mean. So this is the view from where I'm actually recording from. All I did was flip the camera around, and let me show you what this looks like. Isn't this beautiful? And so I'm doing a photography day here, and wanted to capture this on video to share this with you. See all these longboats. This is how you get between the beaches. It's like a taxi service. And it was not very expensive. I think it was about $7 for a round trip. And see, at both ends of the beach, there's this huge rock formation. This rock formation I'm showing you now separates us from Ao Nang Beach, which is much more developed. A couple of large resorts, lots of hotels and cafes and tourist information places, and small, agencies selling, tourist excursions and stuff. Also behind me is a number of cafes, almost like a little town, but it's kind of interesting. The only way they could get their supplies would be via longboat. But I was surprised how much there is here. And there's a full circle. So I'll record some more. I'm gonna go walk over to Hat Railey East as well. And if it's as beautiful as this, I'll add some video from that as well. And now I'm at Railey Beach East. It's, as you can see, equally beautiful. Much less crowded, much less people. The beach is smaller. I think it might be high tide as well. So there's not a lot of room. There's a lot of the area behind the beach appears to be resorts, according to the map. And I just looked at a posted map and was surprised that apparently there's monkeys and monitor lizards as part of the natural fauna here. And much to my surprise, just after looking at the map, I heard a bunch of people gasp and saw a lot of people looking at something on the ground, and there was this huge monitor lizard just walking past everybody. Tip to tail, the thing must have been 4.5, maybe even 5 feet. not particular huge, like enormous and fat, but it was really long. I got a couple of photos. I think I got one on my phone that I can put on Facebook. Anyway, this is a wonderful area. I'm still exploring it. Hopefully there'll be more. And now I'm at Phang Beach, which I walked to from Railey East down this really awesome path that reminded me of pretty much any Indiana Jones movie. It was crazy with vines coming down and stalagmites. I think whichever the ones that are coming down from the roof. This really kind of mystical looking cave. I'll show you that path on my way back. But at the moment I'm on Phang Beach and wanting to show this to you. And looking, you can now see behind me the other half of the beach. There's this crazy rock formation that I'm going to zoom in on here for you with these stalagmites coming down from it. There was one which I took a photo of where this huge rock formation just kind of hanging in the air right over a bunch of young girls or young women who were sunbathing right underneath the tip of it. Seemed like tempting fate, actually. The rock was just sort of hanging on the side. I've never really seen anything like this before. Let me flip the camera around. And there's the rock formation at the end of the beach. I'm not sure if you can get a sense of it, but if you look closely, you'll see some of the rocks are literally just kind of hanging like screens. It is really pretty remarkable. And I'm back, and here is the pathway between the two beaches that reminds me of Indiana Jones. These are all like stalagmites just hanging down, and in some places vines running up. It is really cool. I'm going to swing it around here in just a second after these people pass me. And a lot of people on this trail. It's really more of a easy walk. It's kind of paved in parts. And you see it's equally cool on this side. I just saw a couple of monkeys as I was walking up, but they moved off into the trees to my left before I could, get them on camera or video or anything. But let me walk through here a little bit so you can experience this with me. You see, there's a lot of people here. A lot of people coming between the two beaches. I also just saw a monitor lizard again, just down on the beach before I started on this path. And people behind me were pointing to something up in the rocks, so I didn't really see what they were looking at. Check out this vine back here. I think actually it's a tree growing up and then vines growing down to the tree. It's just kind of this tangle. But this is what reminds me of Indiana Jones, actually kind of the Disneyland ride. Check, those are tied on there so people don't bump their heads. Check out, here's more vines. And this cavern back here, I think this is all limestone that just gets eaten away by the heavy rains. Some more vines coming down. And you can see this is just really like nothing I've ever seen in the US or Europe. It's just pretty cool. And that's the best part of it. So I'm gonna sign off now for a moment. And here's another pretty neat part. Again, showing the rocks hanging down from the ceiling. The only thing that takes away from the experience is this fence line separating the path from the resort to my left. But yeah, pretty neat. There's some more through there, some more vines coming down to the ground. And I'm just about back to Railey East. Oh, sorry, I'm bouncing the camera around a little bit, but there's the vines. It's kind of cool and tropical looking. It's pretty neat. There's another one hanging down there. And check out how this vine or tree trunk or whatever it is growing. It's all like looped around on itself and then kind of comes up, and one branch sort of does a horseshoe back down to the ground again. And here's a loop-de-loop. And there's some rope keeping it off the trail. And these go up the cliff. And then you see some more hanging rock. And you can see in this tree roots how it looks tropical. And I'm not quite sure what is tree and what is vines that have kind of merged with it. Again, kind of exotic looking. I've seen this a couple other places throughout my trip through Thailand, both in the north and in the south, but I wanted to show you an example of what I've been seeing several times now, including even in the cities like in Bangkok. So I was gone for about an hour and a half from Railey East, which I'm back at now, and my goodness, look, it was just an hour and a half. Look how much the tide has gone out already. It's the water was like really up to pretty much covering the whole beach, and it looks like it's gone down about, gosh, 5 or 6 feet perhaps already. Just really changed in a short amount of time. Here you can see it a bit better. Look how the water is now way out from what I recorded earlier. And now I'm back at Railey West, and you see all the longboats lined up because they want to take everyone back no later than 6 o'clock. It's about 5:30 now, and I'm going to catch one of these. And gosh, just long boats all along the beach waiting to load up with passengers, and one of them's going to be me in just a few minutes.